Okay, thank you, everyone. We're finally starting. Appreciate you all hanging with us.
Shoot.
You should still be good. We can still see you perfect. You look beautiful. Okay, we'll go ahead and get started and open up to some questions. Please just raise your hand and I'll call on you. Pepper, we'll start off with you.
Hey, Bree, how are you doing?
Hey, doing well.
So can you just give us an update on your rehab? How's it going?
On what would you say?
On your rehab.
It's going well. I've been spending a lot of time with our trainer, just, getting the swelling out, getting range of motion, getting my strength back, and I feel really good. So I'm very happy with how the rehab is going.
I'm glad. I look forward to seeing you back out there. Thank you.
Alexa.
Hey, Bree, it's good to see you. Following off of Pepper's question, do you have any idea when you'll be able to return, or is it still just kind of day by day? And then also, how's it been to, I'm sure it was hard to get into play and then have to, then be sidelined for a few days. So how has it been just to watch the team from the sidelines when you've been out?
I mean, I'm going to be back soon. It's feeling really good. And we just want to make sure everything's healed up and responding well to increased load, but I feel great. And so I should be back soon, but it's never fun being on the sideline. I loved my time coaching, but right now I want to be on the court. I wanted to be helping my team, and you can only do so much from the sideline. So that it killed me a little bit not being out there with my team, but it also, it allowed me to learn. You take every opportunity you can to continue to learn. So hopefully when I get back out there, I'll be able to add to our team and we can keep rolling.
Awesome. Thank you.
Charlotte.
Hey, nice to see you. This is Charlotte. You just actually follow up on that question. What have you learned specifically just in this kind of stretch sitting out in what you've seen?
I more than anything, just getting familiar with our team again. Before I got to camp, I studied the playbook, so I knew our plays and all of that stuff. But within, sorry about that. Within all of our sets, it's, where people like to catch the ball, what plays they like, where they'd like to operate, playing with JJ for the first time and just figuring out how she likes to get her shots and where she operates best, and it's been fun. It's been fun because we have talent everywhere in every position. And I feel like every game we have areas where we can really go to work. And it's as a point guard that being able to think the game like that and change things up a little bit, it makes it a lot of fun. So yeah, just learning my teammates a little bit more.
Rafiq.
Yeah, after the loss the other night, what are some of the words of wisdom that you gave to your teammates?
You know what? Road games are hard, playing against anyone, let alone the defending champs. But to go 7 games, what was that? The stretch we had, I think it was 4 games in 7 days or something like that. And to go on the road and get 2 out of those 3 against great teams, I was super proud of our team. And to take that team into overtime with, being a man short and being on the tail end of that long game stretch, that just shows the heart of our team, the heart and the grit that they have. And so there was not we took all the positives from that game because that just shows how tough of a team we were. So that was my feedback. I was so proud of them. And, now we have to rest and recover and we have another one, but that's just the way our season is stacked up. We're front loaded and we just got to power through until we get a little bit of a break.
Looking forward to your next game.
Pat.
Yeah, hi. Can you talk a little bit about how the team responded to what happened between Coach and Liz Cambage, and do you have Coach's back, and what kind of a person do you know him to be?
For our team, our focus is team and continuing to play our best basketball and focus on what we can control. And that's what we did. You saw how our team responded and the way we showed up against Seattle, and that was focused on us playing good basketball. And I think that's what we did. the one strength about this team is that we have each other's back, and we're gonna continue to move forward throughout the season and have each other's back and focus on us, because that's what you have to do. And so when things like this happen, you can't let it, create a roadblock or interrupt our flow. We just have to continue to stay focused on the right things, and that's what we did, and that's what we're going to continue to do.
Pepper, do you have another question, or did I forget to raise your hand?
Nope, I have another question.
Okay.
So just wondering, who are you mentoring on the Sun, and how has that been changed by the way you were mentored before you were a veteran?
Oh man. I have been fortunate enough to be mentored by possibly, a few of the greatest of all time in women's basketball, and Tamika Catchings, Diana Taurasi, I can list all of my vets from that Indiana team: Katie Douglas, Ebony Hoffman, Tammy Sutton Brown, Tully Bevilacqua. So I took everything. I've soaked up all of that. And for me, being a veteran, I'm trying to bring this to this team. And, whether that's, communicating, encouraging, pushing. Sometimes you got to push players and get them out of their comfort zone. I'm there supporting them, whatever I can do to help our team be successful. That's what I'm going to do. Bring my experience, share that with them, and help our team grow. And that's one of the reasons I believe they brought me here. And so I'm going to continue to do that.
All right, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Any last questions for Brianna? Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
We'll bring in the next one as soon as possible. Okay, we'll go ahead and open it up to some questions for Shatori Walker-Kimbrough. Please raise your hand and I will call on you. Pepper, we'll begin with you.
Hi, Shatori. It's great to talk with you. So I was just wondering, how's the transition been to the Sun?
Oh, it's been great. It's actually been very, very smooth, being that I've played with four of my teammates here at Maryland. So, they welcome me with open arms, and along with the rest of the teammates here. It's been great. The environment's great. The energy is great. It's just a great organization all around.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Sarah?
So, hi, Satori. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So how do you believe that playing at basketball at Maryland prepared you to be on the Sun now?
Coach Freeze just does a great job, and not just preparing us to be basketball players, but to be professionals and to be, just all around great people. And I think that goes a long way. Sometimes your talents can only take you but so far. But being that she emphasizes, character and being professional and just conducting yourself and representing more than just yourself, but your family and the organization at Maryland. And I think as we get older, we continue to carry that on. And I think she does just a great job preparing us at a young age.
And so what's it like to get to play with the other alumni on the Sun, like Brianna, who was in your class? How are you learning from the older ones and the younger alumni?
Yeah, it's really, I'll say, like, nostalgic a little bit. Kyla was my roommate my senior year, and like you said, Steph was there. Bree, we go back, and I was a freshman when Alyssa was there. So it just comes around full circle, and it speaks highly of the organization at Maryland for sure. And Brenda emphasizes the family aspect at Maryland. So we just continue to bring that sisterhood into the league.
Rafiq?
This is Rafiq with Nothing But That Sports Talk. Welcome to the Connecticut Sun. I just want to know, since your team is playing against the Washington Mystics later this week, why don't you reflect on the times when you enjoyed playing for the Washington Mystics, including the 2019 championship win?
Yeah, I had some great times at DC, great memories. That was a great organization as well. And, being in DC for the 3 years I wasn't coming here to Connecticut, you see the similarities and you see why DC and Connecticut are always in the championship talks preseason, postseason, because of not just the talent, but the organizations from the general manager, from the front offices. They're just, from top to bottom, the players and I guess the front offices. So I can see a lot of similarities between the two organizations. And I'm just thankful to be blessed to have an opportunity to represent both at a point in my career.
And how much have you enjoyed watching Dawana Bonner play prior to you joining her team?
Oh, it's definitely better to be wearing the same uniform as her than being on the opposite side. I'll say that for sure. She's just a great competitor. And, you know, just being able to, you know, hear her voice and see how much, because when you're on the other side, you don't see as much, but, you know, being on her team, you can hear her voice a lot more and how much she's guiding, not only just the younger players, but, you know, people that like a veteran like me. There's a lot of knowledge that she's giving out. And I'm just thankful to be, you know, a part of, be her teammate as well.
Well, I look forward to see you on the court at some point in the next few
Thank
weeks
you.
of this season.
Appreciate it.
Keep it up.
Thank you.
Pat?
Hey there.
You're,
Pat Eatonrow from the AP. Can you talk a little bit about what it's like having Jen Rosati in the front office? Does she interact with the players at all? Does she bring her coaching at all, or does she just leave that to Kurt? And have you guys been picking her brains for anything?
Well, for me, I came a little bit later. I came last week, and today she was at practice, and I saw her. I mean, she definitely made her her presence known, which was big to me. I hadn't seen that before. I saw our owner Ted Leonsis in DC a lot, but she was on the sideline. She was engaged. I saw her talking to AT for sure. I mean, she came and approached me, you know, by name. That meant a lot to me. But like I said, I just got here last week, and this is my first practice, and I saw her here. And she seemed very comfortable. The players seemed very comfortable around her. So I get the vibe that, you know, that this wasn't her first time here.
any other questions for Shatori? Okay, thank you so much. You're all set.
Thank
Okay, we'll go ahead and get started and open it up to some questions. Pat, we'll start off with you.
Hey, JJ, welcome back. I was wondering if you could just discuss finally being able to play with Dawana and what that creates in terms of mismatches for this team and just all around the difficulty other teams are going to have playing against both of you on the court at the same time.
Yeah, so playing with DB is great. Like I said before, I was a part of the whole recruiting process. I was hitting her up constantly, trying to get her to be playing with us and to be wearing a Sun uniform. So I'm super excited to be able to step on the court with her finally. In terms of mismatches, being able to post her up as a big three, there's not a lot of teams that have threes at her size that are going to be able to stop her down low. She's just someone that just can go and get a bucket. Also, you know, she's just someone that can create her own shot. So a lot of times late in plays, she's the person who we're giving the ball to be able to go ahead and create when plays and other things break down. Defensively, being able to switch out with her a lot of times, and there's like big post players coming off if I'm a little bit late, or I get hit by a screen, she's able to switch and be able to help me out defensively. So a lot of things definitely that that we can do to be successful and that we're working on. So super excited to have her on our team.
And what has it opened up for you offensively?
Well, they have to be honest with her. When I'm playing down low, they can't sag off a DB. They have to play her honestly, because if I kick it out to her and she's open, it's going to be a made basket. So definitely that. Just it's so many different things like just being able to come off of screens, like with her coming off of certain staggers. We have a play. I don't want to say the play name just in case other people are listening to it, but we have a play where she comes off the screen and I'm setting the pin down for her, and then she comes in and she screens my man, and then I'm able to pop open for the three. So it's like defenses have to play her so honestly that it opens up everything else for so many other people.
Pepper?
Hey, Jonquel, great to see you. So right now, your team's tied for the best record in the league, which a lot of people didn't predict. What does it say about your team that you're proving those people wrong who didn't believe in you wrong?
It says that our chemistry is good. It says that we have a lot of resilience. It says that we're ready to play every night. But honestly and truly, it's nothing new for us. We've been counted out time and time again. So it's kind of a situation or a place that we're used to being. And so we just want to continue to build our chemistry and to understand that it doesn't matter what people outside of that locker room think about us. Only thing that matters is how we play and what we think about ourselves.
Thank you. Good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you. No problem. No problem. Thank you as well.
Rafiq?
Spoke to your new teammate Shatori earlier today. What do you think she's going to bring to the team when she finally starts getting more minutes?
Just another voice. One thing I liked about her being on our team so far is just her energy. just being able to talk, being able to pick people up. Yeah, she brings a lot to the table. She understands the league. She's been around long enough. And so her voice is definitely going to be something that we need, and just giving us good minutes at the 2 and 3 positions as well.
Any other question, Pat? Oh, you're muted.
Yep, I do that all the time. I think after a year, I'd figured this thing out. JJ, can you talk a little bit about what happened between Coach and Liz Cambage, and how the team has reacted to that? Do you have coaches back, and that, how do you what is he as a person to you?
Okay, so the Liz Cambage coach situation was definitely an unfortunate situation. I think it was a poor reflection on Kurt at the moment, but as a person, he's a good person, and I think he's learned from the experience. He's learned from I guess the fine and the experience, and he's ready to coach now. So we're definitely moving forward from that situation, and regardless of what everybody else outside of our team perceives him to be, we understand and know who he is. So we have his back, and we understood that it was just him in that moment, and it isn't him as a person. So we're moving forward, and it's unfortunate that it happened, but he's learned from the situation for sure.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Alexa?
Hey JJ, obviously with you guys playing Washington tomorrow, it's like the first time that you'll be playing them since the 2019 finals. And I know both teams are totally different, so maybe you haven't even thought about that, but I'm just curious how much you think you personally grew from that experience, like playing in the finals, how you think you're different now in any way, and also how you think the team's different or better and than maybe you guys were then.
Well, I'm definitely a completely different player since then. Didn't play WNBA last year, went overseas, and just was working on my game a lot. And so, but like I said before, I think the mental aspect of the game is just the ways that I'm different. Just being able to, I don't know, just stay mentally locked into a game for the whole time that the game is going on. Sometimes, like as a younger player, you'll start a game not really the way that you want to start it, and you kind of get depressed or get down on yourself. And I'm just really mentally locked in now. When I understand that I can affect the game in so many different ways. Our team, I wouldn't say our team now is better than our team back then. I just feel like we just started off really, really good. And we just have everybody understanding what their roles are right now. And I think that's a unique position for us to be in, especially without AT. So we look different. And I think the rest is just, we have to wait and see what happens. But yeah, I think we're a different team, obviously, because AT isn't on the court out there with us. We don't have Courtney, we don't have Strick, so it's just completely different. So it's really hard to even compare the team now versus the team then. But DC is completely different too. No Deladon, Misa Min isn't there right now. Tina Charles added to the roster. So just a lot of different pieces. So it's going to be interesting to see how the game goes, like what the different adjustments are that are going to be made, because it is a really good X's and O's game, because both coaches really understand the game really well and really affect the game a lot with how they call things and what they draw up. So it's going to be a chess match tomorrow for sure, and I'm excited to be able to play in it.
Definitely. Thank you.
No problem.
Rafiq, you'll be the last question for JJ.
The difference between the team that you guys faced in the 2019 finals and this year is, you mentioned before, Tina Charles is playing literally in her first season playing for the Washington Mystics after not playing the entire last year due to the COVID situation. How excited are you to finally play against Tina Charles, only this time as a Mystic?
Yeah, it's the same thing for me, because she's still the opposition or the opponent. But I'm excited to play against her. Tina is a really good player, a great player, someone whose game I've watched and learned a lot from. Somebody who has just been doing it at a high and consistent level basically her entire career. So I'm always excited to play against people of that caliber and players of that caliber, because it's someone that you get to judge yourself and see how you play against. So I'm excited about it. I'm excited about the challenge, and definitely just the whole game in general.
Okay, thank you, JJ. You're all set. Okay, last but not least, we'll kick things off and open it up to some questions for Jasmine Thomas. Pepper, we'll go ahead and begin with you.
Hey, Jazz. It's great to see you. So right now your team's tied for the best record in the league, which a lot of people didn't predict. What does it say about your team that you're proving people who didn't believe in you wrong?
I mean, it just says a lot about us being focused on, you know, our team, our organization. Year after year, that's kind of a theme here is, you know, people kind of doubting us and counting us out. But we always play with that chip on our shoulder and, you know, play together and play for each other. And we're playing really hard right now. And I think that's why we are where we are.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Other questions? I know we lost a few along the way. Alexa?
Hey, Jazz, looking good for media day.
Hi, thank you.
I was like, dang, she looks good. I actually wanted to ask you about JJ. Are you noticing any differences in her between, I guess, let's say like fall 2019 when she was last in the team and now, specifically mentally or with her confidence? Is that something she's mentioned to us? I'm just curious from, you know, teammates' perspective, if you've seen that yet.
I think absolutely, definitely with the confidence, but more so just with her leadership and assertiveness. You know, she's just matured. She's not our young JJ anymore. She's dominant and she's demanding. And that's exactly what, you know, has been what we've challenged her to be over the years. And she's definitely that right now. She's stronger. She's in great shape. She's amazing and she's playing well. And I'm just really happy to have her back.
Do you see ways that, you know, her game might open up more playing alongside Dewana and vice versa with them together on the court?
Yeah, I mean, offensively, of course, they're, you know, unstoppable. So, you know, that really does great things for our offense and just their length defensively really helps with a lot too. You know, we're finding our identity as a defensive team and they make us so versatile that, you know, they make us a really tough team.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay, I think everyone else left us, so you should be good. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Bye.